much can be said about Mosul's recovery in the last 5 years. It's actually really incredible being there. You see a city full of life, where residents have taken it upon themselves to rebuild their own houses, their own businesses. Schools have reopened as well as universities. And this is a city which I'll remind you that, just 5 years ago, music was outlawed. But I was just there a few months ago for a symphony orchestra performance. And, you can palpably feel that, Moslawis are just really happy to have, rebuilt their own lives. But at the same time, there's still massive challenges to recovery. If you go through the streets of the old city, much of it is still in rubble and severely damaged. A lot of the youth and the older population as well face unemployment, particularly tied to the challenges brought up by the war. 100,000 people are still displaced in Mosul. So, like I said, there's still massive. There's still a long road to recovery.
So what, Yasmine, do you think are some of the other barriers that remain to being able to more quickly rebuild that city?
Yeah, so the main obstacle from talking to residents there is, the reality is the government hasn't paid for recovery. According to official sources, the cost of reconstruction would top over $100 billion, which is, a massive sum, even in an oil-rich country like Iraq. And, the government has promised to pay for reconstruction efforts among citizens, where citizens can apply to receive funding to rebuild their houses. But many citizens have yet to receive these funds and have had to personally finance the reconstructions of their lives. Aside from the physical, there's massive efforts by civil society to fulfill this gap. In our report for France 24, you see that these activists have taken on the role of building back their city, and it's really incredible.